The Temple of Luxor is a magnificent sight, a testament to the grandeur and architectural prowess of ancient Egypt. It stands proudly on the east bank of the Nile River, a location that has been significant for millennia. This is in the city of Luxor, which is often referred to as the world's greatest open-air museum. Luxor was once the ancient city of Thebes, the capital of Egypt during the New Kingdom period. This temple is one of the best preserved ancient Egyptian temples, showcasing the intricate craftsmanship of the time. It was built around 1400 BCE during the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep III, and later completed by Tutankhamun and Horemheb. The temple was dedicated to the Theban Triad, a group of three gods who were central to the religious life of Thebes. These were the gods Amun-Ra, the king of the gods, Mut, his wife, and Khonsu, their son, the moon god. The ancient Egyptians called the temple Opet, which held deep spiritual significance. This means the southern sanctuary, a place of great reverence and worship. It was also called Opet Resets, another name that highlights its sacred nature. This means the place of Amun-Ra, emphasizing the temple's dedication to the chief deity of Thebes. The temple was very important to the people of Thebes, serving as a focal point for their religious and cultural activities. It was a center for their religion and culture, hosting numerous festivals and ceremonies, including the famous Opet festival. The Temple of Luxor is huge, an expansive complex that leaves visitors in awe of its scale and beauty. It covers a large area of land, with its grand colonnades, courtyards, and sanctuaries stretching over a vast expanse. The temple is decorated with many statues and carvings, each telling a story of the gods, pharaohs, and the people who worshipped here. These depict scenes from Egyptian mythology and history, offering a glimpse into the beliefs and daily life of ancient Egyptians. The temple is a popular tourist destination, attracting thousands of visitors each year who come to marvel at its ancient splendor. Visitors come from all over the world to see it, drawn by its historical significance and the timeless beauty of its architecture and art. The Temple of Luxor was not just a place of worship. It stood as a monumental testament to the grandeur and spiritual significance of ancient Egyptian civilization. This temple, with its towering columns and intricate carvings, was a focal point for both the divine and the mortal realms. It was a grand stage for royal ceremonies where the pharaohs would connect with the gods and affirm their divine right to rule. The architecture itself was designed to inspire awe and reverence, with every stone telling a story of power and piety. One of the most important ceremonies held here was the coronation of the pharaoh. This event was not merely a political act, but a deeply spiritual one, where the pharaoh was symbolically reborn as a god-king. This ceremony was called the First Occasion. It marked the beginning of the pharaoh's reign and was believed to renew the cosmic order, ensuring harmony and prosperity for the kingdom. It was believed that the god Amun was reborn during this event. Amun, the king of the gods, was central to the religious life of Thebes, and his rebirth symbolized the renewal of life and power. The temple was also central to the Opet festival, one of the most significant religious events in ancient Egypt. This festival was a time of joy and celebration, bringing together people from all walks of life. This was an annual event that lasted for several days. It was a time when the barriers between the divine and the mortal were believed to be at their thinnest, allowing for a closer communion with the gods. During the festival, statues of the gods were carried from Karnak temple to Luxor temple. This procession was a grand spectacle with elaborate rituals and offerings made along the way. This journey symbolized the rejuvenation of the pharaoh's divine power. It was a reaffirmation of the pharaoh's role as the earthly representative of the gods, ensuring the continued favor and protection of the divine. The pharaoh played a key role in these rituals. His presence and participation were essential for the success of the ceremonies, as he was seen as the living embodiment of the gods on earth. He was seen as the intermediary between the gods and the people. This sacred duty required him to perform various rituals and offerings, ensuring the gods' favor and the well-being of his subjects. His participation in the ceremonies at Luxor Temple ensured the well-being of Egypt. These rituals were believed to maintain the balance of the cosmos, bringing prosperity and stability to the land. The temple priests also played a vital role. They were the keepers of sacred knowledge and the performers of daily rituals that sustained the temple's spiritual energy. They performed daily rituals and offerings to the gods. These acts of devotion were essential for maintaining the favor of the gods and the spiritual health of the community. They also interpreted the will of the gods for the pharaoh and the people. Through their wisdom and guidance, the priests ensured that the divine will was understood and followed, maintaining harmony between the heavens and the earth. The construction of Luxor Temple was a monumental task. It spanned over several reigns. Each ruler added their own mark to the temple complex. Queen Hatshepsut and King Thutmose III began the construction. King Amenhotep III built the main section of the temple. He was a powerful pharaoh. He wanted to create a temple that reflected his glory. King Ramesses II added many impressive structures. He built the Great Pylon. This is the massive gateway at the entrance of the temple. He also built an open court and two obelisks. Tutankhamun, Horemheb, and even later rulers continued to add to the temple. Each ruler wanted to leave their legacy on this sacred site. The Temple of Luxor is renowned for its stunning architecture. This ancient temple, located on the east bank of the Nile River in the city of Luxor, Egypt, is a testament to the grandeur and sophistication of ancient Egyptian civilization. Built primarily during the reigns of Amenhotep III and Ramesses II, the temple has stood the test of time, showcasing the architectural prowess of the ancient Egyptians. The entrance is marked by a colossal pylon. This grand gateway, standing tall and imposing, serves as a fitting introduction to the wonders that lie within the temple complex. It is 24 meters high. The sheer scale of this structure is awe-inspiring, and it immediately captures the attention of all who approach. Ramesses II built this pylon, known as one of Egypt's most powerful pharaohs. Ramesses II left an indelible mark on the temple, ensuring his legacy would be remembered for millennia. It is decorated with scenes of his military victories. These intricate carvings tell the story of Ramesses II's triumphs on the battlefield, celebrating his prowess as a warrior and leader. Inside the temple is the Great Hypostyle Hall. This vast space is one of the most impressive features of the Luxor Temple, showcasing the architectural ingenuity of the ancient builders. This hall is filled with 134 massive columns. Each column is a marvel in its own right, standing tall and proud, supporting the weight of the structure above. They are arranged in rows. The symmetry and precision of their arrangement create a sense of order and grandeur. They create a forest of stone. Walking through this hall, one is enveloped by the towering columns, feeling as though those are wandering through an ancient, petrified forest. The columns are a marvel of ancient engineering. Each one is intricately carved with hieroglyphs and images that tell the stories of gods, kings, and the people of ancient Egypt. Another impressive feature is the Great Colonnade Hall. This hall serves as a grand passageway connecting different parts of the temple complex. This hall is almost 61 meters long. It has 28 columns. The length and the number of columns add to the sense of scale and magnificence. Each column is 21 feet high. These towering columns are a testament to the skill and ambition of the ancient builders. Tutankhamun decorated these columns around 1330 BCE. His contributions added a layer of historical and artistic significance to the temple. The Divine Birth Chamber is a smaller but significant room. This chamber holds great religious and cultural importance, as it is dedicated to the divine origins of the pharaoh. It depicts the story of the king's divine birth. The carvings in this chamber illustrate the mythological narrative of the pharaoh's birth, emphasizing his divine right to rule. The god Amun-Ra is shown as his father. This depiction reinforces the pharaoh's connection to the gods, legitimizing his authority and reign. This scene emphasizes the pharaoh's divine right to rule. The intricate carvings and the stories they tell are a testament to the rich cultural and religious heritage of ancient Egypt, preserved within the walls of the Luxor Temple. Section 5. The Opet Festival, a celebration of renewal. The Temple of Luxor was the focal point of the Opet Festival. This was one of the most important religious events in ancient Egypt. The festival celebrated the rejuvenation of the pharaoh's divine power. It also celebrated the fertility of the land. During the festival, statues of Amun-Ra and Khonsu were paraded from Karnak to Luxor. The statues traveled in sacred barges. These were elaborately decorated boats. The journey was a grand procession. Thousands of people participated in the festivities. The Opet festival lasted for several days. There were offerings, music and dancing. The festival culminated in a grand ceremony at Luxor Temple. The pharaoh would enter the sanctuary. He would present offerings to the gods. Section 6. A sacred axis, Luxor and Karnak. Luxor Temple is unique among Egyptian temples. Most temples are oriented east-west. Luxor Temple is oriented north towards Karnak Temple. This orientation is deliberate. It creates a symbolic axis between the two temples. This axis represents the journey of the gods during the Opet festival. The statues of the gods traveled along this route. They brought their blessings to both temples. The avenue of the Sphinxes connects the two temples. This avenue was lined with hundreds of Sphinx statues. They symbolize protection and power. Section 7. Preserving Luxor's legacy. The Temple of Luxor has stood for thousands of years, but time and the elements have taken their toll. In recent years, there have been significant conservation efforts. These efforts aim to preserve the temple for future generations. One of the biggest projects took place between 2001 and 2007. The Robert W. Wilson Challenge funded this project. Over 1,000 deteriorating blocks and wall fragments were consolidated and treated. These efforts have been successful. The temple is now in a much better state of preservation. It is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Section 8. Luxor Temple today. Today, the Temple of Luxor is one of Egypt's most popular tourist destinations. Visitors from all over the world come to marvel at its grandeur. They are awestruck by its size and beauty. The temple is a reminder of the power and sophistication of ancient Egyptian civilization. It is a testament to their skill in architecture, art, and engineering. The temple is also a place of pilgrimage for some Egyptians. It is a reminder of their rich cultural heritage. Section 9. Conclusion. The enduring majesty of Luxor. The Temple of Luxor is more than just an ancient ruin. It is a testament to the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt. Its massive columns and intricate carvings speak to a time of great power and sophistication. The temple's role in the Opet festival and its unique orientation towards Karnak demonstrate the importance of religion and symbolism in ancient Egyptian culture. Today, Luxor Temple stands as a reminder of the grandeur of ancient Egypt. It is a treasure that continues to captivate and inspire people from around the world.